Hey everyone, welcome to Alchemy with Zero Phase. My name is Eric, and I'm thrilled to have you here. Thank you for joining me as we explore the fascinating world of AI art and creative tools. If you enjoy the content, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more tutorials, tips, and fun experiments. Also, if you're looking to elevate your own creative process, check out ZeroGen, our powerful prompt and image generation platform. You can start using the free version today or take advantage of our 3-day free trial for even more features. Check out the link in the description or on the main channel page. Now, let's dive into today's video. Particular Flux prompting video, we're going to go over a couple of different techniques. In the last one, we did split screen composition as well as double exposure images, which I thought were kind of fun. In this one, I want to go through maybe some text manipulation and we're going to try 3 maybe. Text manipulation, introducing different media into an image. So let's say you want a photograph of something, and one of the images I showed you and the other one was doing like a cartoon inside of a photograph. And so kind of like the whole Roger Rabbit kind of thing. And then I'm going to show you how I prompted for doing the scales or how do I put this? Many different little images inside of a different composition. So in the one I did, it was using a scales style image layout where each scale had a different unique image or fairly unique. So we're going to try all those. Let's start with doing kind of text manipulation. Introducing text into like an environment or not just like letters on the screen, in different colors, whatever, actually forming the environment with the letters. So, I mean, a good example would be like what I did here with the words Flux Rocks as rocks on some kind of a rocky beach. And so let's try that one and see what we can get. So we'll do something similar. Now, what I found is that when you're working with text, try to get the text that you want as close to the front of the prompt as possible. And that may be just literally putting in quotes. I like using quotes. We're going to do Flux. I don't know, what would be a good word? I do Flux Rocks, but we're going to do Flux is king. As we're going to do the rocky. We'll just show you how to do that. Rocky style lettering. So when I did the one that I used as my background, I did it a little bit different. Let's do letters, words made of river rock. Let's try that. That say Flux is king as a rocky style font. And then we're just going to say campground scene in the background. And yeah, we'll just do that. We're going to change this so it's a little wide. So width, leave it 1024. We're going to change this down to 768 and hit run. So that's not bad. The only thing that got messed up was this right here, Flux if king. So manipulating the words and really kind of telling it, I want those words to be rock, or in this case, river rock, which I'd argue that doesn't necessarily look like river rock, but it's forming rock, nice and cracked, and got the campground in the back, or campsite in the background there. We could probably render that again, but what I'm going to do is move this and get rid of that. Leave that the same, but we're going to put this at the beginning and try it again. Not sure why I put lights on there, but that's okay. But it did get the words right this time. Maybe I need to be a little more specific about the time of day or the lighting, but that's what it did. We could be very specific, saying resting on the ground, carved into a rock, that kind of thing, to be a little more specific about how we want the letters. We could actually specify this as made of, like, let's say marble rock as rocky style font. Let's change this to a waterfall. Oops. Scene. Sunny day. A little bigger than I thought, but and the words are mostly right. We got two eyes in there, and you still get that. You still get that even with Flux, and a lot of the times. So Flux does better when you're not being super creative with the words. We're telling it to be rocks and marble, even though we're putting this up here, and we'd render this again and get something that looks like that. But as you can see, we can get a lot of cool letters. Let's shake this up a little bit. We're going to do Flux is King as words made of balloons. God. Having a hard time spelling again today. Now, if we just leave the prompt super simple like that, we're going to probably get exactly that. Flux is King, words made of balloons. And there you go. You could be specific. It added an extra is in there, and honestly, I would just in-paint that out if I really liked it. But we could actually we could do this made of, let's say, red colored balloons. Yeah, we get kind of that right. It's having a hard time with this one. A lot of times I'll use words before and after to help the AI focus on the fact that we are using letters and words. So letters, words that say, and what I would do over here is instead of doing words made of, we're going to do red colored balloon. And here's the thing, balloons font. It's interesting, the interaction of the words with AI. Like, I tell it it's a font, but it's going to take this. Oh, it's a red colored balloon font, So let's see what that does. Again, we're not getting it exact. I mean, we're getting the cool balloons. It looks nice that way. We're still not getting Flux is King. So let's take a look at this. Let's capitalize the I. Make it a little more unique. Letters, words that say. Let's go balloon style. Man, I tell you what, it's having trouble, isn't it? Don't think I've ever had this much trouble trying to get words to be like this. Let's go throw that up there. Just gonna mix it up. All right, well, you get the idea. You can mess around with that and do whatever you want. Let's try one other style. Another fun one that I kind of mess with is ice. So what we do is, how do we want to start this? Let's go words carved in ice. Let's say Flux is cool. And then we're going to say clear ice font style ice sculpture. Yeah, that one actually turned out good. I like that. Flux is cool. In kind of an ice sculpture form, so you get the shavings and the snow down here. And It's interesting. It keeps putting it at kind of a nighttime. Let's give it a different background. Let's say on a pedestal. Pedestal. In a museum. Yeah, that's very cool. Love how it kind of put some others back here, but you got the museum background. It's very interesting. You know, it actually included, you know, a lot of the bubbles inside the ice. You know, just maybe that's how most ice looks. You know, but yeah, that worked out well. Cool. Okay, so I think what we're going to do now is we're going to move into the mixing media to get kind of that I'm going to just call it the Roger Rabbit effect. You know, the show that was live action but had cartoons in the live action area, and then later on in the movie it actually flips, and then you have the people inside the cartoon world. Now, this prompt was a little difficult to get it to work consistently, so be patient with me here as we try this. I'm going to switch this up. We're going to just do a 1024 by 1024 because I don't know what the scene is going to be. So a term that you're going to want to play with is the term mixed media. So that's how I'm going to start this out. Mixed media photography of a we're going to say a man. No, see, the difficult part to get into this is the cartoon part. So we're going to specify two people, a cartoon style woman dressed in hiking gear standing next to a photographic, gosh, man. I say photographic, it really helped to emphasize that this man should be real. I guess maybe we'll do photorealistic. Man walking on a forest trail. Now there's going to be some things we may need to modify in this. Mixed media photography of two people. Okay, we're giving it the premise here. We'll say the first person is a cartoon style, we'll say illustrated style. Okay. I don't like how on their website here, when you're working with this, as soon as you make an edit, if you have a really long prompt, it shoots to the beginning of the prompt or wherever the cursor is. Especially on phones, it's a little annoying. So we got cartoon illustrated style woman dressed as in hiking gear. We're just gonna, the AI will assume both of them are. I don't need to specify necessarily what the man's dressed in, but let's see what it does. Yeah, that actually worked. Now it is interesting. It's treating it like a sticker. So it looks like it's just kind of being overlaid. But that is the effect we're kind of looking for. So if I come in here and instead of saying cartoon illustration, we'll just say cartoon style, we're going to try that and see if that helps. Yeah, that one turned out much better. This is actually working better than when I was first testing it out. So this one's great because not only do you get these really good characters, the cartoon character actually has shadow, which the previous one didn't, which is good. Style is consistent, even though we have two different types of characters. Yeah, cartoon and realistic. They are overlapping each other. This is awesome because a lot of the times when I was messing around with this, I would get at the point where they cross, you'd get a little bit of bleeding. Like the part of the guy would be a little cartoonish, or part of the woman would be a little realistic. This is flawless. I mean, it's great. Fingers, hands, all those are great. So that's like an image you would keep. Let's try a different one. Maybe a different background, different setup. Let's try doing animals. Let's do again, mixed media photography of let's say, we're not going to specify the number of characters. We're going to say a cartoon kitten. Silly cartoon style kitten sitting next to a photorealistic dog on the grass. So as you can see, it looks fairly realistic. There is a slight cartoonishness to it. We can help it focus on this silly cartoon style kitten, but we could say simple cartoon style. One of the things I'm really trying to teach in this is the understanding of how to get the AI to focus on something through adding details. Style kitten I mean, you can really add the word in again, cartoon, just to really emphasize that. Make sure there's a space in there. Let's try that again. And there you go. That's kind of, I mean, I'm not specifying the breed of dog or cat or anything. I just really wanted to get that, but that's exactly what the effect I'm looking for is that cartoon kitten and a dog, realistic dog. Got the shadowing and everything. So not so hard, A lot of this is just about learning what words to use, where to place them, and to get what you want. And it does help to increase your vocabulary when it comes to the words and terminology used in these different mediums. I'm not using any real complex words here. I mean, these are pretty simple, and you get this kind of effect here. So, and we could change maybe the breed of dog next to a photorealistic. My favorite is I'm drawing a blank now. Australian Shepherd. So if we do Australian, I think it's because it's not capitalized. Shepherd. Dog. Oh, I already had dog in there. Let's see if adding a little more complexity to that kind of messes it up. So we're getting the same effect. I wouldn't call that an Australian Shepherd. That looks like what it's doing. It looks like hey, I wanted to take a minute to thank everybody who watched this video and who has subscribed to our channel. If you haven't, definitely like the video and subscribe to our channel for more content. We're excited. We're bringing on some new resources to help us produce a lot more content, and hopefully a lot more value and expand what we're covering. So we'll talk to y'all later. Thanks for watching.